Hey guys, I'm Abby. I'm a homeschool mom of 4 little boys, but if you don't homeschool, that is totally fine. This video is still for you. Today I want to show you a subscription box that my family received in the mail and that we use to teach our kids about Nigeria. They have boxes from other places, other countries as well, and I just want to show you what kind of typically comes inside, how our family used it, and do a review on if we thought it was worth it or not. So stay tuned, we're going to get into that in just a second.
We're a family of 6 that enjoys learning about new cultures, homeschooling, and sharing the love of Christ with others. Make sure to subscribe to follow along, and welcome to the Bear Hill family.
Well, over the last few years of homeschooling, my husband and I have discovered that we really love teaching our kids about other countries and people groups, and we believe it's one of the best gifts that we can give to our children in their education. Little Global Citizens co-founders put out this statement that in their travels around the world, they have learned that people everywhere are kind, welcoming, and outside of surface differences, we really are more similar than we are different. They want to share a love for traveling, adventure, and most importantly, an understanding and love for all people with the next generation. I love that, and I think it really aligns with what my husband and I believe also. As Christians, we teach our kids that God made us all in His image and that we can learn from one another about God by kind of experiencing His creativity and seeing just the different ways that people react or celebrate or worship. Like, we can all learn from each other about our creative God. So this summer, I wanted to study Africa with my kids, and we use Gather Round Homeschooling when we're doing lessons about different countries, because obviously I haven't been there. I don't know. I've been to some countries, but not enough to teach my kids, and none in Africa. And so I love Gather Round Homeschool. I love everything that they provide, information about food, about history, animals, just tons and tons of stuff, and it's really great. But I wanted something to kind of pair up with that this time in the summer. I knew I'd be really busy, and so doing like Pinterest crafts and things I probably wouldn't really do justice with, and I just wanted it to be a little bit easier in the summer. So I was looking for a subscription box, which is when I came across Little Global Citizens, and I was so blown away by everything that they provide in their box. And I actually messaged Akila from Little Global Citizens, the mama co-founder of the company, just to share like how excited I was to find it. And I also shared that their mission seemed to be really in line with ours. Like, we want to raise our kids to learn about different cultures, and we want to encourage other people to do that with their kids too. She agreed that our missions were in line and to send me a box to try out, and if I liked it, I could share it with you guys, but there was no strings attached really. I didn't have to share it with you if I wasn't impressed with it. But I really am. I really like this box subscription. I forgot completely to do an unboxing of it when it arrived because we were just so excited, but I do have video that I want to show you guys of us doing the different crafts and activities. So Akila sent us the sibling box. It's an additional $10 to add a sibling to a box, and for 4 boys, actually, we ended up with leftovers. There was plenty in this box for us all to use. The first thing you'll see when you open this box is this adult's guide to Nigeria, and on the inside it tells you everything that is included. There are tips on how to start conversations and ask good questions to your little ones. There's a letter from a girl from Nigeria, and she tells you a bit about her country. After that, each page tells you about the craft that you'll be doing. It covers why each craft is important to the people group and how they source the items needed, and includes fun facts also. The boys enjoyed making their coral necklaces. They learned how to make a marbled effect and how to make them with beads, and how to dry the clay out before stringing them on with the shells as well. Next, we learned about a dyer cloth. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but it's basically tie-dye with extreme skill to create these beautiful patterns. We also found a cool YouTube video about a dyer. that we watched before attempting our own. Ours might not have turned out super great, but I think we learned just how hard it is to be good at something like this, and that it requires practice to develop this skill. In the book that was sent with it, A is for Africa, it talks, for I, the word is indigo, and it talked about how people dye their fabrics and why the color and why how the process works that they go through. We enjoyed reading this book, and it really tied in with some of the crafts, so it was great for us to be able to go back and talk about them again. And we'll be using this book many more times within the month of studying Africa too, I'm sure. There was one more craft called Sinufu. All the boys loved this craft. They got to design their own uli motif and then put an animal cutout on top of it. Each one turned out completely different. And while we did have to find some more string for there to be 4 of these, there was plenty of paper. They could have even made accidents and turned it over and done it on the back side. We could have trace the shapes or cut out more. We ended up just using one shape per boy. Actually, one of my boys didn't want a shape, but anyways, they had tons of fun making these sinufus and have already put them up in their bedrooms. The guide also taught us about special handshakes for greeting others, and one thing I thought was really cool was learning about ogbo. This is a group of children that are born within a 5-year age range of each other. Apparently, when these children turn 10, they find ways to be assets to their community by providing services and entertainment for the village. My oldest son drew pictures of some of his friends that were born within 5 years of his age. He put the same style of uniforms on them because that's what the book said, that they even kind of dress the same to be identified as part of that Ogbo group. And then he wrote down that when they turned 10, they would do bike tricks for entertainment in the town, and that they would help pick up trash and recycle to help the community out. The booklet still isn't done though. You're given a village market search and find with questions that are there to inspire kids to think about how grocery shopping is different in Nigeria versus at home, and then other questions or things that you would experience in that marketplace also. And then finally, on the last page was a recipe for jollof rice. I thought this was incredibly interesting because when we did our Somali video, my husband and son did it, we had tons of responses from Somalian people being like, "You didn't eat jollof rice, are you kidding me? You have to go back and have it." So instead of making this recipe, we actually decided that we are going to go back and get the jollof rice from the Somali restaurant and try it there. Now, I understand that there is some controversy in Africa over who has the best jollof rice. So I don't know, if you are from Africa, where do you think makes the best jollof rice? To see that video of us trying it and talking with the owner of the Hindi store, you're gonna have to check out our next video though. So make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the notification bell, like this video so that you see when that video comes out also. This recipe looked really good. Everything were items that we could have gotten in America, or that I probably already have in my kitchen, and we could have made it. I think in other boxes they do include treats or parts of ingredients that might be harder to find, but in this one, because right down the road we have a place where we can get it kind of authentically, we decided that we're just gonna go there and try it out ourselves at the place. Wow, all right guys, so that was definitely more than I could have put together myself, and it had so much more information than I would have felt qualified putting together for my kids. So then the next and last question is, was it worth it? So to answer was it worth it though, we really have to look at the price point. When you go to the web page, you'll see that the new box they are sending out is at the top of the page. They do a box bi-monthly, So I think that's totally great because there's no way that you could really keep up with doing these boxes every month. There really is so much in it. So I think doing it bi-monthly is a really great option. On the shop right now, you'll see that they're running a deal where if you get a yearly subscription, you're getting one free because it's only $200 for 6 boxes. If you scroll down, there are other details, and if you're doing an Africa unit, I think this is super tempting. You get 3 countries for $110. These all look super great. Could you imagine all the crafts and activities that you would get? Oh my goodness, you'd have so much. It would be so much fun. Or for $40, you can just select one box that's already been done and then add $10 to it if you need for additional children also. So we're looking at $50 for one box if you have multiple kids. Now, I haven't gone to the store to price this all out and see if it's worth it, but honestly, it wouldn't be worth it for me to do it on my own. I couldn't come up with that much information on my own. I really just don't think, like, with all the dye included and the beads and the clay and the paper cutouts and everything, like the information, the books, there's just no way. It would definitely ring up to being more than $50. And plus then just having the authenticness of this, knowing that people from each country directly worked with it, we learned so much that I think the price point, if you can afford it, if it's in your budget, I think it's totally worth it. So kids, what did you think? Did you guys have a good time making all your crafts and everything?
Yeah.
And the tie-dye? What was your favorite thing that you made? The bead necklace, the sign, the tie-dye?
Tie-dye.
That, Soren? The tie-dye, Eli? The beaded necklace? Look, everybody liked a different thing. Oaken, what was your favorite thing to do? Oh, you liked the sign too? Yeah. All right, there you go. Little Global Citizens is linked in the description box below. I don't get anything. We're not making any money off of this other than Akila just sending us this one-time box subscription, which thank you so much for that, Akila. We really loved it. But yeah, just follow the link down below to go to their webpage and go ahead and purchase whatever one you guys want to be learning about, because I think it is worth it. It is really fun for our family. We will be doing it again in the future. I think maybe when we study South America, I'll go ahead and get one then. All right, well, I hope this video was beneficial for you all. Have you guys used any subscription boxes like this before that you would recommend? Please put them down in the description below. Introduce yourselves too. I would love to know what you guys are doing to teach your kids about other countries, and I'd just love to get to know you better too. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps us out and it doesn't cost you anything. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.